I don't know, Moxie. I'm never happy to see Tinker. Honestly, that is my... Everyone likes to say, like, what hero would you kick out of Dota? Everyone says techies, you know. Maybe
Silencer.
some people say Meepo or something.
Silencer.
For me, it's Tinker.
All right.
It's 100% Tinker, and I think you're wrong if you think it's anything else but Tinker. This is the most obnoxious hero in Dota.
I will say it really is. With like the Shivas, like the build I've seen is most people not getting Dagon, but Aetherlens, Shivas, sometimes Yules, and you can't play Dota. And then the Arcane Blink, that's the key. Because late game, Tinker just got huge buffs. The issue, like, you used to be able to outscale a Tinker because he would just run out of slots. Whereas now, with Arcane Blink, you have like 0.6 second rearm spam. And then the Arcane Blink is refreshed, and it just doesn't stop.
Yeah, honestly,
The
thank
mana
God.
cost reduction is insane.
Thank God that his Aghanim Scepter and his Shard are not that good. Because he already got an upgrade in the Arcane Blink. Like, you really don't need to give this hero anything else because nobody wants to see him meta again.
All right, well.
So good luck this game, Mitch. You can already see the mana burn level 1 with boots. He's just going, yeah.
That feels so
And
bad
me.
to start off the game like that.
Yeah. It's actually a benefit in a way. He got 2 stick. He's going to go right back to base, and he'll be able to buy mangoes, which you will need. But you don't have a melee hero. Like, this is the thing. I don't really see how you pressure top with Rubik DS against Oracle Morph. It's
Yeah, I mean,
very tough.
Brame was literally banning away every 4-position melee hero they could.
I felt like it felt very strange that they would go and they would pick the Darkseer when there is an Oracle in the pool, when you know that SSA Spartan really likes that hero too. I guess it must have just been an oversight, but it does seem like odd that we pick it up so early for Mitch.
All right, well, the Nyx Assassin did his damage, and then he went bottom lane. Now he's going to cut a creep wave.
Yep. That's the right way to do it. Whenever you're against an enemy safe laner that is very tough to lane against, you just don't lane against him and play these creep mechanic games. Let Ursa CS under tower, who cares? Give your LC some levels until he's able to just pressure and use spells to CS with higher level.
I thought he was going to pull it between the tier 2 and tier 3.
No, I think it's better this way because Ursa needs that chasing potential to really threaten you out of lane, whereas in this way, LC can just sit here and lane just fine because there isn't the chase potential. Okay. The Orb of Venom effect is negated, at least.
Ron needs to be a little careful here. He's getting clicked away by Snowmanin, though.
I would have been okay with a pullback just because he's a mana burn level 1 Nyx, so I kind of want him to get 2 as quick as possible, but I can see your point.
He looked for it. He was trying.
Needed that mana burn.
Trying to just make Crystal Maiden very sad. Yeah.
Get him.
Starts
Get him.
winding up.
Get him. You gotta get him.
Going the wrong way. Come on, little bug.
What a life.
There we go.
The value.
How much mana did he spend to burn 56 mana of his, yeah. Crystal Maiden has surprisingly low intelligence at the start of the game.
They nerfed her like so much for so long. Like it got pretty ridiculous. But I mean, she had a really high pick rate, right? So that's the trade-off on that.
Yeah, the trouble you're gonna have is like so far, like top lane doesn't look so bad yet, but at a point Morph has a Wraith Band, maybe even a Falcon Blade. We saw that picked up the other day. I quite liked it, and you just don't miss CS anymore. And then eventually Oracle won't even have to be there anymore. Mid also going well. Just keep in mind, Spider Pigs they need to be the ones applying pressure. They need to try and make sure Tinker doesn't get free stacks off and kill towers somehow. I would imagine with rotations to mid around the coil timing.
Been pretty quiet otherwise, though, for the most part. Almost getting a courier snipe over on the side there, but let's walk away. Doing a little bit of a dive here over on SSA Spartan. The drag back. This purges off that Ion Shell like we talked about. And it's kind of really all they can do.
All right, just go full agility.
Yeah. What a hero.
Mid lane seems to be going pretty... Okay, there it is. LeBron was just a little bit too far forward here, but they might be able to turn this around, get themselves a return kill here. As a little pleb chasing down Stomanen. A little bit of action there in the bottom lane.
Appreciate Skylark just leaving him.
Yeah.
He's like, this is opportunity for me to get some CS unimpeded.
Yeah, I don't mind the skill build either. I hope he puts 2 extra points in W, because that's actually what gives you the ability to trade with Ursa. Because he has very limited self-sustain, and yeah, that is life of a Darkseer.
To hit that level 3 on the Oracle, having the Purifying Flames nuke is super nice.
And I think that was a bottle refill on mid, if I'm not mistaken, which is going to give Tinker a nice advantage in this mid lane. Indeed it was. That's so nice.
Okay, looks like they're trying to set up something over here in the mid lane. Dominan coming in, and Noob having to use the Parry Fire buys a little bit of time. We'll be able to bottle up. It's going to survive this gank for now.
We're going to see more of this. If you don't get the 4-minute rune and you don't have a support that can fill your bottle, that is game losing. And we saw this yesterday in Division 1. Happy to see it here. It's going to become normalized within a week, I would imagine, because that's just how Dota works with so many games. Everybody using this DPC season as an opportunity to learn and improve.
Noob just getting forced away here, as they're going to be able to secure themselves the 5-minute runes. Forcing them back over here. There's a lift off, though, so we'll be able to snap up one of those bounty runes.
Nyx is in the area. I like how we didn't even skill surge. No point with...
Mitch, the follow-up from the Nyx. Down goes Mitch.
Yeah, a lot of people have been liking the offensive possibilities with early vacuum. Though, again, mostly seen with combinations that that I feel like are better used in lane than Nyx Assassin, but it's a hard lane for them to be able to do a whole lot.
Oh, level 6 on the Tinker. Easy TP back to base. Refresh TP. Come on back. And now Skylark, because he's got those early levels thanks to the pull, it's not a great lane by any means. He's going to continue to get owned, but he can start messing around with creeps and pull it himself.
Skylarker showing his older experience, harkening back to the days where you had a tougher time in the off lane. So he's just doing all those kind of cute little things you do as sort of a solo off laner to find a little bit of gold, a little bit of experience here and there.
I wish Satoma, he should be spending more time stacking. That's the only criticism. I think his play so far has been great, but in these rotations, he should have been taking trips to his own jungle to stack. It's way more value than trying to slow down the Starkseer.
Mitch, body blocks are out. SSA Spartan trying to get over there fast. It's not going to be able to, and Snowman has to be careful because he's ticking down pretty hard as he chases him over and floods one punch, and down he goes. The Oracle, too, now is getting ganged up on. He's going to have to ask Focus to come provide a little assistance, maybe, and just scare them away a bit.
Yep.
I feel like maybe that was an opportunity to turn around and use that offensively with the Morphling.
So... yeah, see, the trouble is, like, you already ruined the Darkseer's game. Like, with that one death, he's already ruined. You now need to get your Tinker ahead. That's your main goal here. And that's why I dislike using that illusion rune. Because now, like, you basically have to get the stack and force Darkseer to base for that movement to be valuable. Whereas with an illusion rune, you could have stacked 3 camps for your Tinker, which is just plus 500 gold. You can do that twice.
Bottom lane. But like Skylark wants to get a little cheeky here, they need a little bit more damage.
Nice bait.
Will he hit the stun?
Go, and the stun going forward, and down goes Low Pleb.
That was huge. Sick. The pump fake on the Impale to force out the Enrage.
Wish hiding in the tree line. Quite a few heroes there. It is going to be Spartan who goes and tanks this gank, though, and I'm sure Wish is pretty happy about this, considering that it could have been him. Better Spartan dies than the Tinker here. They do have wards up, though, so they'll be able to keep tabs on him, as Focus also wandering over. Can they punish this?
Why is Focus here? Wait, what's happening?
I don't know. I'm very confused. I'm surprised that no one else is making a rotation here. Noob just going to poke away at him.
What?
Oh, but Soma? Go and get enough hits off. It's pretty hard to catch this little puck because he does, of course, have the bottle, too. Pigzs courier goes down. They're all over the place on this map.
That was one of the strangest Morphling rotations I've seen. Because you don't have real stuns. Like, Nyx Assassin level 4 is not going to get too much done. I would... okay. All right.
I don't understand how LeBron is still being allowed to just saunter through the jungle like this, but all right. Spartan trading some hits here with Mitch. Looks like Morphling doesn't seem to care too much. Yeah, LeBron has just been here forever.
Like he's just trying to take his jungle.
Yeah, I guess as a Crystal Maiden. I'm not so sure about this. I think you're just feeding the Tinker. You know, he's happy to get that kill, and then he'll continue to farm up the...
How about that ward placed? Look at the die. No, that one.
Yeah.
I think that was meant to be a sentry.
They have the sentry off to the side, though. Dream Coil gets used on the bottom lane. Skylark's leashed up. He's just trying to buy himself a little space, trying to get some more speed, and he doesn't quite have it, so Noob will collect himself a kill in the bottom lane.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So far, passive game. Got to figure this benefits Brame. They're in no rush here. And is that Tinker bots, or is he still just using TP? Yeah, just TP for now, but he should have bots quite soon. And then things get even more annoying for the lineup of Spider Pigs. And the best item for Tinker just picked up, the Fairy's Trinket.
Okay, Noob dodging away. You can see some TP rotations coming out. Skylark looking for an opening here. Managed to find Noob. He's going to try to get enough damage off. Don't quite seem to have it, though, so Noob's going to be able to walk away. No dual damage this time around. There's also LeBron, the pleb, coming back in. Trying to force them back. Frostbite's going to get used on the Nyx. And they'll make their way over to the bounty rooms. Noob will be able to collect.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, and get a haste rune, too. Everything's turning up Noob.
Dire's top tower.
Making a play on Wish, perhaps? No. And we get a pause. This has been a weird game. Is it just
Weird
me, or
game. Weird game.
I feel like we're seeing them run around like crazy and like spend way too much time in certain areas that they really shouldn't be.
Yeah, it's just I think Brame have this. Maybe they're just newer to this draft concept, but again, it's really just about the Tinker and the Morph. And this whole game from the other three heroes should just be to activate them to the best of their ability. You know that Spider Pigs are going to roam around, but they have to. Like, they need to be making these plays to get ahead.
Lay us out a flow chart of how this game should go for the side of Brame here.
You just chill. This is all vibes. Like, I'd put on my European deep house, you know? Like, that 2 a.m. Uber driver doesn't say anything, but you know he's cool. And you just chill in the back seat. Do you. And that's what Wish is going to be doing now for the rest of this game, as will Focus. Like, they just have to farm. If you look at this Spider Pigs lineup, what are they really going to do against BKBs, other than, I guess, Puck Ags, but it's going to be a ways away. They can hunt Tinker. The trouble is their two supports don't do that. That's why they banned out the Tusk, you know, the Earth Spirit, etc. You can't actually get on top of Tinker with any hero but Puck.
So is it as simple as just kind of having your Nyx Assassin, not babysit necessarily, but just be in the general area just to provide any sort of backup in case, you know? Or do you want to have them actively hunting? Do you want to have your Legion Commander?
Not yet.
You know?
You have time.
Okay.
You have time.
When you get Blink Dagger, that's when you sort of come online as a Tinker, and that's where I think you're going to be hunting more as the Nyx Assassin. But until that point, I think he just kind of runs interference. He just puts himself where all the areas that he expects the enemy to try and smoke through into their jungle to catch the Tinker. Because that's like, because they don't have a pushing lineup, a lot of pressure is on them to invade the enemy jungle, which is kind of easy to read when you understand that kind of game plan.
Yep.
It's a lot harder to read when an enemy lineup actually has some sort of pushing power, and they're able to go, okay, we don't necessarily want to take that timing we can kind of switch things up.
Yeah.
We can smoke and invade, or we can go ahead and rotate into a tier 1 mid tower, take that with a Shadow Shaman Serpent Wards, and that opens up the map and makes it easier to rotate around.
It's a lot, honestly. It's like we're right now at like move 8 or 9 of a chess opening. So far, you're still going by the book. It's chill, you know, focus on our game, whatever. It's hard to say like how you'll win the game at move 30 because it depends on what happens on the board. And in this case, it's kind of the same where you have this wave pushing advantage because you have a Tinker, because you have a Morphling. So in theory, around that 20-25 minute mark, you've killed a couple enemy towers. The opportunities to find kills just appear because suddenly, hey, they're split. And I have a hero that can get anywhere on the map whenever necessary, and a hero invis hunting through the jungle. So we shall see. I believe Ursa's going Battle Fury, right? I would imagine. So did he go in? Oh, he might be dead.
He did?
Yeah, we did
He's
have
a
a
haste.
slight
He's haste.
unpause into another pause.
Yeah,
They're having some difficulties with frame rates and whatnot.
He's got coil in 2 seconds, so this is...
It's not looking super great for Wish here, because the rest of the team is very much pincered upon him. Do have a couple people off to the side, but I'm not sure that's going to be enough
Yeah, Spartan's a
Check
little
this
far away,
guy.
and he's not level 6 yet.
Yeah,
So
we need to get Tinkerbell here stat because Wish is going to need the ability to fly if he's going to escape this one.
Yeah, that is kind of surprising when you think about it. Like, Tinker's got all this stuff at his disposal, but he can't fly.
maybe they should have given him the jetpack instead of
Ooh.
Clockwork.
Hey, man, Clockwork Jetpack is awesome. But there's the silence going, and they don't. Okay, yeah, they do bother to go and drop the Dream Coil, so they'll find the kill over there. Braun also going down here. Mitch going into the fight. They'll throw them right underneath the wall.
The Morphling should not be here.
I think in some ways he's getting caught up in that concept of we need to make sure that we don't lose towers and that we want to buy time. We can't have a totally AFK Morphling, so you need to be more active. And I think he's taking that idea and being a little bit too liberal with it.
I mean, he had a completely free lane. He had a couple of kills. Morph should be easily 5,000 net worth and hitting this top tier 1. Like, that's how you want to play this. Yeah, it's catapult wave, but you should be TPing mid only if necessary, not as a preventative measure.
Yeah, I would agree. I think in some ways it would be a better better play for him to try and farm so aggressively that he becomes the target of ganks rather than the Tinker.
It's a really good point, and that's something that is more of like a higher level concept, but it's this idea of applying pressure to alleviate pressure from your allies. Don't worry about their game. Try and be greedy, and you'll naturally help them out as well.
Oh,
wow.
They were gearing up, and he just went a little bit too early. Or rather, the Ursa just had better.
Yeah, it was a nice
Better
little
reaction.
thunderclap reaction.
Yeah, holy
little hop.
smokes.
He's got hops, Kyle.
Indeed. I hope that they trade neutral items to the point. I've seen our observer hover over it a couple times. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, okay. Get the health regen on your Morphling. Fairy's Trinket on the Tinker. It is such an insane item for the hero.
Noob's doing a really good job of hitting that tower when he can.
Yep.
Because he knows like every bit of chip damage helps when you don't have any clear way to hit towers.
All
I like
right,
this.
who's the target? Is it Mitch? Don't think so. They're going to be looking to hop on anyone who shows up, but no one is appearing on the side of Spider Pigs here.
This is the right move, though. Bring focus down bottom, heal him, and now he'll be able to play this entire bottom half of the map. Game suddenly starts to play itself for you. Still anybody's game, though. Spider Pigs are still in this, but they really want to make a move for this mid tower when possible. They've tried, but they're going to need to fully commit at a point and open by finding a kill on Wish.
I mean, this is literally what they were saying during their interviews. It's like it's going to come down to very minute mistakes between the two teams to really, you know, start to see someone take a lead here, because they right now, like I said, you know, it's anyone's game. It seems pretty even, but as it goes further and further in, this Tinker is going to become a bigger and scarier problem, as is the Morphling. So, couple chip damage here. Plink, plink. Skylark doesn't have an item really completed just yet, so he's just going to run forward, throw his body at them.
Yeah, the only thing is I really just think Brame should have been putting more emphasis on stacking. Like, you can really make a Tinker's game so much better. No one has a camp stacked except for the Tinker himself. Like, that is honestly inexcusable. Yeah, that can't be.
I mean, Morphling has a free game. You've talked about how Nyx's Assassin could have been playing a little bit more for stacking rather than moving around so aggressively. Like, I feel like there are definitely opportunities to do so, and they just haven't been doing it.
All right, they'll open up with the Dream Coil. Lift coming out from DNC as they snap it, and they just
Very far.
almost are they going to be able to burn them? No, Spartan comes in with the save as they'll turn right back around again and perhaps start hunting themselves a Nyx Assassin the way forward. And he's going to be able to purge it off. Frostbite coming out. They might have to be happy with the Crystal Maiden as they go and they drop the wall. Focus is looking for the kill, but it's going to be Spartan who grabs it.
It's so tough to fight this team if you don't get that initial pick off, because the two supports, specifically the Oracle, can come in and save. There's always going to be a Tinker in the area. And yeah, I totally see your point, Cap, but it doesn't, like, the first 6 minutes irrelevant. Like, you should still be looking to stack. Tinker's highest net worth with 0 stacks.
No, I was agreeing with you.
Oh, okay,
I was
good.
saying not only could Nyx have done it, but Morphling is an independent hero. Spartan could have been doing it as well.
Yeah, he's got the blink online. He's got the boots. This is starting to get very annoying for the side of the Spider Pigs.
Yep. And look how the map has shrunk. Because this mid tower is still alive, you naturally have control of 70% of the map as Brame until the enemy team can take it. You can't do a damn thing to kick them out of your own jungle as this Radiant lineup, and unfortunately that top tower just doesn't give you the same map control because of the Tinker effect. He can just play the tree line, constantly shove it out, and unless you have 3 heroes there to hunt him, one of whom has to be Puck, he's just not going to die.
Wonder what kind of itemization changes we're going to see out of Spider Pigs, because I think that's actually what they need in order to either take towers better or to catch the Tinker.
It's going to be the Blink Ursa and a Blink on Puck.
I don't think they saw the smoke. Yes, to say Spartan has to be careful here. He's gonna just go back to the safety of the tower. They'll turn back around. Can they get the kill over on LeBron? Not quite yet. Skylark though looking for an opening. The lift comes out. Needs to be careful now because Lopleb's doing a lot of damage. Plus the size. Nice save though from the Nyx, but the vacuum drags him right back in again. There'll be no duels for this Legion Commander. Not here right now.
Got Impel, that's huge.
And Spike Carapace will slow down the puck. They might be able to get this kill. Need to buy a little bit more time. Down he goes, but it looks like Spartan will fall in the back lines as Wish joining back in. You've got Focus just completely separated from the rest of the team here. Another rocket thrown out. Tower does go down. Spider Pigs will gain a little bit more of that breathing room back, but
it's big. They got the tower, that's all they needed. A little bit of a miscue there by Wish because he's just using too much mana on this rocket spam. His main priority is that creep wave. You kill mid creep wave, catapult, there's no push anymore. And he's using so much mana that he has to regen earlier than you would want, which allows Spider Pigs that 15-second window to then apply pressure and find kills. They're thinking about it. He has Blade Mail.
yeah. Oh! There's
like
not going to be a Tinker there, though. Is this enough damage? It's almost enough, but Lil Pleb turns right back around again. So they cleaned up that creep that they were trying to teleport to. Spartan now left behind. There's a lot of people here. He's getting sandwiched up. He's trying to save himself, but not going to be able to. Lil Pleb will draw some blood here.
Yeah, I actually like this a lot from Noob. Screw the blink, just get a BKB. If you can get the coil on the Tinker, you can actually just almost killing yourself thanks to the added damage of the Witchblade.
Radiant's bottom tower
You
is
all,
under attack.
are you too concerned, though, with the fact that, like, if you get that BKB this early, it's just not going to be useful later?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter once it gets that late anyways?
Yeah, like, you aren't playing this game for 45 minutes plus.
True.
As a morph. You have an Ursa against the Morphling, you're a Puck against the Tinker. You need that game-winning advantage earlier.
Yeah, you're playing for getting this period of time covered, like the next 10 minutes, and then eventually your Ursa will take over as a Blink Abyssal Blade there.
Blink online, he's got himself the rest of his team over here. Is it going to go into the Roche pit?
Blink on Ursa, nice timing. Spartan just got to be a little more careful with his positioning. He cannot be the one who's initiated on.
Seems like they don't have any clues, so that's an easy Roche going over to the side of Spider Pigs and an Aegis for Low Plub.
Yeah, net worth may not have changed that much, but I actually feel like this game has dramatically changed over the last, like, 4 minutes. I think Spider Pigs is now in a really good position. It feels like they're in the driver's seat now. After taking that mid tower, all their item timings is looking pretty good. They're about to put, like, some serious pressure on this Tinker, I think. So this is going to be a time where Brame have to be really good about dodge mode. They can't really get into big engagements unless they're very favorable. They just got to be able to split push and try and force Spider Pigs around the map.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of their farming rotations, really. You see all the warding and the sentries that have been placed in their own jungle. I want to see more stacks for their Tinker, and this Morphling should be farming Ancients whenever possible. I don't think they've actually cleared an Ancient camp until this right here. This is the first set, and it's 19 minutes into the game. And this is where you want to be living as this Morphling. This tri-camp, bottom half of the map.
Oh, they have to be careful, though. Pleb shows himself again, does have the Aegis. Spike Carapace buys him a little bit more time. Focus. Feels like he wants to go in on this, but they do have to be careful. The rest of the team is standing nearby. Here does go down. Oh, now he's not even going to be able to take his own Ancient stack. He's not careful. It's a lot of just general movement.
Oh, they're catching Skylark.
Yeah, Skylark. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, boy.
I mean, this is okay, though. That's a lot of space for a tower taken.
It's a lot of rotation. They can get something else off of this as they speed up Snowman. He's looking at Mitch. He can get the slow, but pretty much it. LeBron being very cheeky here.
It just isn't the... it just feels like they got a little bit of tunnel vision right now. Like that bottom wave wasn't being pushed. They missed a whole creep wave under the tower. You know, you did well there as Skylark. You got a tower and 3 TPs. That's worth the death. You don't need more. Just keep farming. You lose the Ancient Camp now. You lose this bot wave instead of being near Radiant Tier 2. It's too close to your half of the map.
You get the blink picked up now for the Legion Commander, so might start seeing a little bit more movement coming out from the side of Brame.
Yeah, I think actually that Skylark's farm is the only reason that Brame can fight back at all. The fact that he's got Blink and Blade Mail, he's done a pretty good job of farming in that regard, but...
Yeah, there's like no space in this game for you.
Yeah.
He's had to earn every bit of gold he's accumulated.
Taking Tier 1 towers, especially side lane Tier 1 towers, opens up so much map for Tinker to play off of. Usually like an offlane tower won't matter that much, but for a Tinker, it's every inch is like solid gold. Because now he can just shove that wave all the way down into the Tier 2 area. It means there's more opportunities for them to get like aggressive wards down. Also harder for Spider Pigs to get the right kind of vision up.
Spartan cannot show in lanes. Like, that is not his purpose in this game.
Yeah.
He has to be more conservative. That's the 3rd or 4th time he's been jumped.
I feel like they knew that they were there too, because you had Stoneman just waddling around over in the general area. I'm surprised that he even showed there.
They burn a glyph on that push too.
We've yet to see the power of Nyx Assassin and Legion Commander. I think they should be on opposite sides of the map, but we have yet to see them actually get a gank with the global Tinker power.
Skylark running for his life is going to meet up with Focus, though. And it feels like Lil Pleb, he really wants to fight, but all this Tinker spam, it's difficult to stand in. Still on the chase, though. Gonna get a lift off. Be able to go toss right back again.
Oh.
Waveform forward. Get to steal the impales. They follow up. They manage to get the kill over on the Nyx Assassin. This is not looking good here for the Morphling. He's gonna try to run away, and he gets hacking back into the wall, but Lil Pleb is here. Managed to go, stun him up, waveform over to the rest of his teammates, where he's gonna be able to possibly be able to walk away. Again, all this Tinker spam is very nasty to walk through, but they're still chasing. Hoping, oh, Spartan turns around, gets the disarm off. He's gonna need some help from his friends.
I am so confused, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did he waveform forward? That fight was great.
That's not how you play this draft. Like, bring them into the march. If anyone should be going with the move forwards, it's a duel. You duel a target. Like, it's actually such a calm game you can play as Brame because Spider Pigs are running at you. Wait for one guy to overstep, boom, duel, dead. It is not a chase them draft they've got here, because that also forces your Nyx and your Oracle out of position. Suddenly they're in blink range. They're now dead. Now the cores are exposed. They can no longer play so aggressively. It's just odd game.
Yeah, again, it doesn't feel like they've got that clean setup of, hey, I'm a Legion Commander sitting on the side. I've got this duel. Tinker TP's in, something like that. We don't have this calm, like, okay, guys, they're going to crash into us, but we've got March of the Machines out, we've got rockets, just chill. It almost seems like this is just not the kind of playstyle Brame has, perfectly honest.
Yeah, I think you've touched on it. And that Bloodstone on Tinker.
BKB picked up on Puck, and of course Mac picked up on the Darkseer too. So lots of items coming out now.
Yep, this is the peak for Spider Pigs. You're feeling real good. You've got BKBs, you've got Pipe. You are very strong, and the damage for Brame just isn't there. You know, Bloodstone, Tinker, Manta Morph with the Dragonlance, it feels good, but you're not maxed out yet. You're not close to peak. So it's a good time to fight.
Oh, the duel though over in the mid lane. They'll finally be able to get some of that damage. Silence though, vacuum right back into the wall. Snowman will fall. Skylark is next. As they manage to get the save off here over onto the Morphling, but Noob is hunting them on the back line. Does have that BKB online here as he's just creeping after Spartan. Focus will go down, and this is looking like a very dead Oracle. Despite all of this March of the Machines, not enough to keep Brame alive right now.
Do you know why that doesn't work? Because there's a tower right there.
Yes.
They're making that move. And you know who they're dueling? A Crystal Maiden.
Yes.
See Crystal Maiden's net worth?
Yeah. No, I said like,
No
I'm like, oh, they got a
one's
duel?
thinking it.
Oh, they
It's
got
not
a
really
duel on Crystal Maiden.
That was the first Blink duel we've seen in this game.
Yeah. And why are you doing it in the mid lane?
Of all the lanes, yeah. Play
need to be doing
corners.
these on
You
the
play
side.
the corners. You abuse the fact that Tinker has global mobility.
Yeah, it feels like they, in some ways, they Like that is the kind of play that you make, by the way, in the meta, but not with the Tinker lineup. Tinker lineups are one of the rare lineups where you want to play the side lanes constantly.
Yep.
It's same with IO. It's like a different kind of strategy.
They're also behind in items. Like, now is not the time to take huge engagements. It's skirmishes.
Yeah.
The Tinker and Morph will outcarry. You just need a little more time. That BKB puck, he's invulnerable once he pops that coil off. Same going with this Ursa. Darkseer pipe active, like, oh, it's becoming a spooky game.
I mean, they did find another duel. They just found one over on the Rubik. I would like to see them do more of this, like more hunting. And yes, you know, these are smaller pickoffs for sure, but they will eventually snowball if you start racking up that duel damage. It's not ideal when it's not the ones that you necessarily want,
Oh, they caught him.
Well, they found LeBron. They dropped the wall over here on the side. Can they get enough damage off, though, is the question, because it doesn't feel like they can, because Snowman is just taking way too much. Down he goes. Little pleb. They do manage to get the Crystal Maiden again, but it was a very awkward positioning for that whole thing.
Yeah. It's a good death by the Knicks to keep his Tinker alive.
Dream Coil over on Skylark. They do have a nice Tinker ward on the side. All of a sudden, the bear is here, and Skylark is not.
Yeah.
He's dead.
So I actually just dislike how much Skylark's playing away from his team now. He should be the one in these engagements. Let the Tinker or the Morphling handle the side lanes. But if anyone should be alone at all times, it is the Morph. And to your point about the dual damage, in theory that would be good, but he'll just never have enough net worth to be relevant because he has Tinker Morph. Like, in a way, his duel is more of a kill secure than anything to do with him. Like, the duel, or rather the LC herself, will not be the damage output that wins them this game.
No, I understand that. I'm just considering the fact that, you know, you are putting some pressure on the map. You are trying to, you know, find these opportunities, because it doesn't feel like they have a lot of them right now.
Correct.
Yeah.
But it's just weird. Like, you know, if Skylark is bottom, he's getting a duel off, but he's top alone,
Right.
pushing a side lane. It doesn't seem like that's the manner they want to be
Most
playing this
efficient
game. We'll see. Yeah,
play.
Roche
I
up.
think what his plan was is that he thinks that most of the team was playing bottom and that he wanted to pick off the puck with a duel plus Tinker TPing in, but he found a Tinker ward. So at least they know about that Tinker ward without losing their Tinker. Because that is the biggest downfall of Tinker lineups. Is as soon as Tinker dies, you just lose all
But
semblance of map control.
They're still
very
doing
quickly.
it. Skylark is a lone top, and he's their kill. Like, he's the guy that will set up for these kills.
Yeah, it does seem a bit odd, especially because now that Roche is back up, you can see the side of Spider Pigs happily taking this down, and there's just no contest. There's nothing there. I don't even know if there's a realization of it.
Because, yeah, even, let's say you're lucky enough to find Ursa with LC. I don't think Tinker LC kill Ursa right now.
And I think the second that you don't kill him, he's got a
He's killing
BKB
you,
and
yeah.
he's going to run at your face. Yeah.
They're going to get the outpost before 28 minutes. What's XP looking like? Yep, it's worse than the gold. This is the Tinker factor, because you kill a lot of waves after having already TP'd back to base. Ursa with a level 20 talent online. Skylark still exploring. Perhaps he'll find some Ents that can help him in his quest to destroy Rivendell.
This is not the Mirkwood. Although it's looking pretty murky if you're on the side of Brame.
Indeed.
Top tower is under attack.
So what's the plan here, Skylark? You just hoping somebody's going to wander backwards? Get a pick off on their way out? He's not cutting the waves. Tinker teleporting, and that's very
brave.
Yeah, he's just trying to keep them there.
Yeah, they get tier 2 bot, though. That's all good. You like this.
Now they have pretty good high ground, right? They can just
yeah.
continuously spam out the wave, so that'll make things a bit more difficult.
Ending game is where this game is tricky, and that's the danger of the lineup. Like, Brame have not played flawlessly by any means, but it's so much easier for them to get a win here. It just takes a couple errors, you know. They have so many elements to punish. Nyx represents like 5 seconds of stun. LC, duel, also near 5 seconds of stun. You have gonna have an E-Blade combo up on the Morph. What's his Ags play this game? He's buying Scotty, not Ags. Okay, good. But it's weird that he has the Ghost Scepter but didn't finish the E-Blade.
Maybe just a little bit more survivability for the time being.
Yeah, for sure. It just... E-Blade's just such a great item on the hero, especially when you're up against 2 enemy supports that you can easily shotgun to death.
Yeah.
Maybe he just doesn't want to be tempted into using it offensively.
True,
you know?
true.
I like the way that Noob is securing this game. He picked up BKB, and now he's got a gem. So free pickoffs on the Nyx. He doesn't have to worry about ever being surprised by Spike Carapace. And then also just ward control is really important because the biggest way that Spider Pigs loses this game is being split pushed and picked off. And finding those pickoffs for Brame requires good vision.
Yep. Vision straight up wins the game for this Dire team, and they're not going to have any left.
Uh-oh. This is a very dead Skylark, as he is completely separated from the rest of his team yet again. And yeah, looks like they're just going to keep shoving out the lanes, maybe go for a mid tower here.
Yeah, this is the danger. I mean, our LC, his net worth has not increased in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because even when he's playing separate, he can't show in lane. The push begins. So please be careful, Spartan.
No,
He will not.
This is not looking very good for him right now, but looks like Thursa will back off. He was disarmed. And the Tinker spam continues. So again, we talked about this. It's very hard to push into this lineup when you do not have any sort of pickoffs.
Spartan.
Spartan
Chill, bro.
Spartan's here
What?
like, you need
Bro.
to pick off. I can help with that.
He's going up for the archer. I mean, they were going to be backed off for sure. Now hunting for focus.
Yeah, Focus has to... Oh gosh, the blink from DNZ's waiting very patiently for the rest of the team to come on in. Gonna be joined up with the Tinker. They've got Snowman here too. By Carapace slowing them down a little bit. This morph is not looking too great though, as the rest of the team is here. They get a bash off. See Skylark, he's trying to figure out what he can do as they throw. They drop the wall. And some of that Tinker spam comes up, but it doesn't matter because Focus just goes down so quickly. They grab a hold over onto Skylark. Down he goes. That Blade Mail's cute. It doesn't do a whole heck of a lot. Says to say Spartan will now fall. And now the Nyx Assassin. It's an ultra kill for Low Pleb, and it came delivered on a silver platter, it felt like.
I'm at a loss really. The itemization and the gameplay just isn't what it needs to be if you're gonna close out a game like this. Even stuff like the the Bloodstone Tinker, the Dragon Lance, Manta Ghost Scepter.
It's go time.
Like the Blade Mail and the Bloodstone are luxury items, but they don't really allow you to like do things. Like we haven't seen Wish want to engage. It's been 32 minutes. He's top net worth. He has been for some time, but his items just don't, like he has a Hex now, but it's almost too late it feels. They're so far behind.
I also think that Spider Pigs just got a good firm hold of their timings and just were like, okay, it's time. Like you said, they can't take this late. If they take it late, they lose, so.
Noob's items have been great too. The BKB to secure the mid game, now a Desto just to help with the base damage. And
they can't even get close enough over here to go and put the March of the Machines down because they know they're just going to get jumped upon by Lil Pleb or any of these other guys. It's pretty spooky stuff.
of all games to skip Aether Lens, this one does not feel like it.
All right, well, they'll back off. Taking the mid, take the tower top.
Go, Spartan. Run down that high ground.
I mean, he's a true Spartan. Spartans fear nothing.
Yeah.
They call their weak. Very young Cap.
Yes.
If they're babies on the cliffside, and if they survive, then they're good enough to be a Spartan.
Barracks are under attack.
I thought they had to fight a wolf.
That's the movie.
Maybe that's how Spartan calls the weakness out of his five
The actual
positions.
children were left out, though, and if they survived, I think it was 3. I don't think it was 3. It was definitely a long period of time, though, where you would place an
3
infant.
hours, 3 days, 3
I
weeks?
feel like it was days, but that can't be right. There's no way that an infant survives 3 days.
I think
No. No.
I went for 4 days without food.
And maybe
You
you
wouldn't
wouldn't
admit-
survive, Moxie,
Well,
but me as an infant definitely
Well, I'm
go
not a
3
Spartan.
days.
When I was 5,
know?
I had to walk uphill 1.7 kilometers to school, and it would snow often. When the volcano erupted, I couldn't see.
Yes, in Maryland.
And then the laws of reality would somehow swerve on him, and then going back home, he also had to go uphill again.
Indeed. Worked
Really lived
26
it up.
hours a day.
26. Only 26, dude?
Woke
Come
up
on
at
now.
7, had a breakfast of hard nails and rocks, and back to work at the factory at 7:30, only to return home at 8:30.
And you're
again,
lucky if
AM.
they only gave you 1 pack of cigarettes that day for your break.
I didn't smoke cigarettes. I just inhaled the fumes from the carburetor.
Ah,
Oh, I thought
weren't even that lucky.
I thought you were gonna say you didn't smoke
rich
them.
kids
You
took
ate
all the
them.
smokes.
That was your breakfast. That was your lunch, rather.
Kids these days, they don't know how good they have it.
Spider Pigs all smoked up.
DD, Abyssal, this is go time. It's like
Double
Cap said.
damage bottled.
Yeah, Nullifier next to render all these Ghost Scepters worthless.
Next assassin looks like he is going to be the bait. Or rather, he is going to be the prey. Get a Spike Carapace pickup now over on Rubik. And everybody else says, let's get the heck out of here. All right. Really playing it cool over on the side of Spider Pigs right now. Something that the side of Brame probably should have done a little bit earlier.
This is why split pushing is typically found not to be very effective, because the map is incredibly large when you run on the outside edges
Yes,
of it.
yes.
But when the enemy team can run across the map diagonally, the map is very small. So they're just able to kind of like sweep through 4 or 5 people, run from one side to the other, and you're just forced to... Eventually, you're going to get caught. Eventually, they will not be able to stay ahead of Spider Pigs, and their Tinker's going to get caught, or their Morphling's going to die, and then they approach high ground again, and you're forced into a buyback, and then that's the end game scenario right there.
I feel like you're giving us a book report on how this is going to end here, Cap.
Yes.
This is not...
Extra credit if Kyle predicts the time that it ends.
Ooh.
I'll give you a 60-second window.
I think they're going to wait for this next Roche. When will that spawn?
Right now.
Right now?
Okay, in that case, I'm going to go between 39:30 and 40:30.
Okie dokie.
Well, this Roche is going down real fast, so... BA just picked up. We have a fresh Nullifier, also picked up on low pleb. Mitch has the cheese.
Oh, did
And
Mitch get an Ags? Did he pick it up for himself? Oh no,
He's got the eggs over
Okay.
on the
yeah.
Ursa
I was
bear.
gonna say you could punch the Tinker and stun him. That'd be hype. BKB soon on him as well. Yeah, they're just. What do you do against BKBs? As the side of Brame?
Dire's middle tower is under
Roll
attack.
over and die.
Pretty much.
This is unfortunately slipping
Yeah.
through their fingers here.
To be fair, I don't want to take anything away from Spider Pigs. They've done, like, they've owned. Like, they are playing the game the way it has to be played. Like, this is a difficult game to win, and they have really just not made any unforced errors. Like, Skylark has had a couple of duels, but I don't think he's gotten a core kill in this game.
Yeah, not Noob never dying to Nyx the Assassin or Legion Commander with a +1 Tinker gank is...
They tried it.
surprising.
They did try it once in the top lane. They tried to jump on that, but the creep that Tinker was teleporting to got just eaten up too fast. They weren't able to find this. So yeah, buildings are going down, and March is out, but they're not too concerned here. Just kind of taking their time scrolling through the base. Little pleb hitting the buildings. We'll throw out a couple spells on him. You see a teleport home, though. Looks like they're going to try to punish the Morphling, who's just a little bit too far, and unfortunately, down he goes. So, does have buyback if he wants to rejoin the fight, but...
And if there were ever a game for a BKB on a Morphling, I actually thought that might have been where he went, since he went for all the stat items early on. Alas, he is not effective against the coil.
Oh, Skylark. No, he just turns around. He sees Spartan instead, and he'll still be able to get that kill. Nullifier being used over on Skylark. Get the buyback now from the Oracle. And there's some aggression coming out. There's a BKB in the bottom lane. As Wish is forced to just try to run away here. It's just dumping out as much damage as it can, but it's not that much damage, especially when you consider the fact that they do have BKBs, but they finally
didn't
do
get off
BKB.
play ball.
Oh! Skylark at the last second does manage to get the kill. But I'm not sure that's going to be enough here as they, ooh. Okay, focus.
5 seconds from the end game for Kyle.
Are you going to get that extra
What?
credit? Your extra credit.
Said
They're-
39,
Yeah,
30.
it starts in 5
39,
seconds.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm aware. I'm watching. What do I get for my extra credit?
2 gold stars.
Yes.
I already. Oh my god.
You gave them to Moxie, and now
No,
I'm
I'll-
giving them to you.
There
No,
we go.
no.
Now
There
we-
should be 4 gold stars in circulation.
Yeah.
not just the same 2.
Are
I'm
we
not-
devaluing the gold stars by
No,
handing out more
it's-
gold
it-
stars?
it's-
That was the next question.
There will be 4 in circulation.
Yes, because Moxie gets to keep hers. You can't just take them from her. She
Yeah,
didn't lose
I
anything.
didn't say I was giving you her 2
Typical
golden
capitalist,
stars.
taking the stars from the hard
This isn't a
workers.
zero-sum game. We can all be winners.
Oh man, I did not think he was gonna get that dual damage. It doesn't matter,
We'll
but
all be losers too.
That's why he changed his name. He doesn't want it to be known. In liege with our corporate overlords. 30,000
stealing the
gold.
stars from the
advantage.
downtrodden.
I wish Spider Pigs would share some of this advantage.
Looks like they are just gonna go here. All right, they bought a little bit more time for Stoneman. Wish dumping out that damage as much as he can. Does feel a bit underwhelming though. But you know, it does add up over time. A lot of tips coming out here as they go right back top, start chewing through the buildings. Pleb just seems to be biding his time. He's just gonna take down another building
Damn it.
while he's there.
I thought if Puck had bought back, as I thought he would, I saw this line, and I thought Puck would buy back, and then they would have won in the allotted time.
There are many realities, and in one of those realities, Kyle, you did get the extra credit. So you can take comfort in
Cut
that.
this wave.
All right. All eyes are over on the Spider Pigs.
It's their only 3rd tier 4 item collected. They've had the ability for 3.5 minutes because they're too busy killing heroes. They're gonna worry about creeps.
Too busy winning the game. It's got a 33K net worth lead at 40 minutes in. Sitting pretty right now.
Well, that is the Ursa right there.
Bear Force 1 right there.
More kills than the entire enemy team combined.
So if you think about it, the Tinker with his Scythe of Ice neutralizes the Ursa, therefore neutralizing 33,000 net worth.
That's true. Math checks out.
All right, well, it's another tower added to the pile, and there's a
The pincer maneuver
couple left.
is prepared. The Legion Commander and the next assassin from behind. The Tinker comfortably in the base. Spartan's got to be careful.
No.
He has no buyback.
Skylark just dips. Oh, the jump immediately over onto the Morphling. Oh, what a
my
beautiful
God.
little vacuum. They go right back in the base, just stun up Lil Flip for a little bit, but SSA Sparta the first one to fall. They're hunting down Focus, have their eyes on Stoneman, and now down he goes for the puck. Waveforming forward. Wish he gets caught out in
nice
another
fight.
vacuum. Can they get back into the base here? They're going to be able to keep him alive. They do, and they'll go right back in again, try to get this duel. Oh, dear. That is a Rubik who has
He's in the
just won the
base.
duel, and they're in the fountain right now. Lopelep, though, nothing is going to stop this bear because he's just after Focus, living with just a little sliver of health left.
10 seconds
Wish
on
doing
Aegis.
everything that he can here. Can
Just
they
like
get the
them.
kill? They
Just
get
like
the
them
one.
over and
Yeah,
over
down
again.
goes.
Don't kill
All right.
him. Oh!
There it is. There's the Aegis down. He comes right back up. They have the Hex.
Back
They're
in the
driving right
fountain.
back in there. They're going to finally get the yes, they do. Brame. They only took everything to take him down, but they find it. Can they get anything else,
find him.
though? Mitch, yeah, Hex. He's a fast little Darkseer here, but it's not going to be able to go quite fast enough. Noob with BKB turns back around again. This is not
Dream Ball,
looking
rapid
great
fire.
as they go right back in. And down goes Wish. Dual damage coming out, though. They do manage to win this duel against Noob this time around, and now they're holding on steady here. They need to put a little bit more damage here over onto Mitch. Looks like they should be able to do it. So they do manage to turn things around.
Okay. Here's the thing. The game is not over. If they can kill Ursa or Puck post buyback, Tinker Morph can just straight up end the game. They could. And Megas don't even necessarily win you the game either because you have a Tinker. My estimates were off. We might be here, ladies and gentlemen, for at least another 30 minutes.
Brame did say that they were just going to play it out, try as hard as they can, never give up. And that's what they're doing right now. They're not going to give up, Kyle.
No, you never give up, Cap. Reminds
Never
me of another
surrender.
person who, even though he was benched in high school, was a backup in college. He never gave up either.
Oh, the duel! This is looking like a dead Rubik this time around. Skylark finding that perfect angle.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Was it you, Kyle?
No, it's not, Cap. It's Tom Brady, and that's the energy Brame are
Shucks.
going to need. They want
You know,
to
for
take
once
this one.
I
Thomas
was hoping-
Elizabeth Brady. What a legend.
For once, I was hoping we were talking about Kyle.
Oh boy, we've really hit that point, haven't we?
I mean, this is, I imagine, Cap, why is it you don't like Tinker, Cap?
Oh God, I hate this hero. This is why.
Whoa, whoa!
You just have to play such a clean game.
Is our
And
production?
it still might not be enough.
And
like,
it's still, well, I mean, to be fair, they didn't play a clean game. Or excuse me, Lil Pleb was inside the enemy fountain. That wasn't clean at all.
but that's what you got to do. It feels like to kill this guy, it feels like you almost have to get him in his home.
No, I don't think they needed to. They killed like everybody else.
Well, Arcane Blink soon to be online. 45 minutes in,
That's
but
scary.
that is when Tinker gets real spook.
Real dumb. More like
Oh, Spartan. Spartan, what are we doing? Spartan.
Oh,
My,
oh,
my,
oh,
what?
oh,
Spartan
oh,
Leading the charge, baby! Let's go!
What?
No!
You can't do that!
That's my Leonidas right there.
Oh
The
god!
first ward was a risk. The second ward was a death wish.
God, if that were the Battle Thermopylae, it would have just...
At least his respawn's only 30-something seconds because he's like level 14, which is a benefit.
God, it's like watching a natural disaster in slow motion.
Yeah. It's like
don't
when
know
you
what you
see
guys
the
are talking
antelope
about.
going to the river, and then you look at the river, and there's 1,000 alligators, and they're looking at the antelope, and he still goes to the water.
You guys need to put some goddamn respect on SSA Spartan's name, all right? Natural disaster in action, and antelope.
You can't-
All I see is
think-
goddamn King Leonidas.
They think there
He
can't.
knew.
There's no way he could be alone. They're nervous for a moment. It's
He knew that death was on the line. Inevitable, in fact. But it doesn't matter, Kyle.
The worst deaths are the slow, painful ones you see coming, Cap.
What, Kyle? You want to live forever? Huh? Or you want to die a legend?
I will certainly be singing songs of his passing. That is for certain.
Sing us
And,
the
oh my
song.
God, his
Give us
still
the-
Skylark, the same items we've seen on him since 18 minutes into the game.
Hey, he's got some dual damage at least now. I mean,
That's
so
true.
does Rubik, but...
That's
And he
also
can
true.
almost afford that BKB that is
That's
in
huge.
rusting away
That
in
is-
his quick buy.
Look, this game is not over, all
No.
right? Memes aside, it is getting to a point where Ursa can't really buy any more items. He's got Ags already. He's pretty much capped out. The win probability, fake news, okay? Absolute fake news. This is at least 10% chance Brame still wins this game.
Well, the BKB is picked up over on the Legion now, so that is going to help out a lot. But it's all about finding the favorable engagement. Spartan.
Spartan.
He's a brave
I respect
man,
your bravery.
that Spartan, but
Okay, here's the thing. I understand, you want to ride at the front of your troops, but at a certain point, you've got to become Tywin, all right? You're old.
and then die on the
underleveled.
toilet because your son goes.
No.
Dude, you
Leadership.
don't want that. That's what Cap's talking about. You don't want to die a coward's death.
That's more like it. All right, chill on the high ground. Nice and safe up there.
No. What's the point of Nyx Assassin Vendetta if he's not the one in front?
Oh, no.
Why?
Dire's current has been killed.
Please place your Fs in chat and observe a moment of silence for the brave warrior known as SSA Spartan.
I mean, maybe at some point in time, Spider Pigs gets tired. It's just Spartan's way of fighting is just, wear the enemy out. Maybe they just get tired of throwing punches. Maybe they break some bones in their hands.
Yeah,
The Ursa, he breaks a couple of claws.
Dire's current
thing is,
Cube
he
is all
dies so
smiles
fast. It's like Ursa is not like a. There's a lot of burst damage. The Ursa or the Puck, they don't risk too much. They still have BKBs.
The man, the myth, the legend is alive. Show it to me. Show me, Spartan. Oh, oh, oh.
Oh no. All right, we've got another Aegis, we've got a Swift Blink, We got a big ol' bear and a bunch of pigs. These little spider pigs are ready to jump in at any moment. I swear to God,
Cat's
Spartan is the
favorite
first
hero
one to go
camp.
down again.
Yes.
All right, Nyx.
Oh, God.
Nyx, bide a little bit more time. BKBs, though. Dream Coil gets thrown out, and they'll use the save over onto the Nyx. Snap comes out over on the back line. They're going to
Big
be
duel.
alive. They get the duel off, though, so Skylark will be able to take down Noob. The buyback coming out immediately as they go, and they find the kill on LeBron. They need to get these bigger hitters out of the way, though. Noob is back in the fight. They did end up losing Crystal Maiden, but she bought back as well.
Nyx is healing.
there
They,
in, like,
they
3
need somebody
years.
to front line right now. Yes. That's who I mean.
Needs up no coil. Wish has a free time now.
You're losing.
They still have Glyph. It should be
Pleb.
I'd like to see him use his blink more, just for the cast range reduction before he starts spamming. You also get mana cost.
Continuously plinking away. The jump, though, over here onto the Morphling. They'll buy a little bit more time. BKB comes out. Spartan goes down. Low Pleb, man fighting through all of this. The Aegis will pop, though. And this Tinker is not looking very good. Down goes Wish. Have the buyback coming out from the Oracle, from the Morphling.
Tinker doesn't have buyback?
Tinker does not have buyback.
He bought a shard.
Yep, you got the defense matrix.
Yeah, and now he doesn't have buyback.
Okay.
And that's Megas. Oh, are they getting a little... Yep. Down goes Snowman in. Focus has to go run himself back into the base. They're not giving up, though. Crew comes out over onto Lil Pleb. Puck just hitting buildings. I don't know how they get in there. GG does finally get called. All right.
I mean,
Well,
they did.
What? Spartan's not going to go out on a death? Are you kidding me?